You ever wonder why people who are supposedly doing better than you at life, they could be financially, academically, even socially, they get absolutely worked up when you're around. Like their insecurity just flares up in your presence. And that's because you embody something that they cannot study, buy, or replicate. And that is your authenticity, your spirit, and your aura, if you may will. And they just can't fathom why people gravitate towards you when you supposedly have less. Externally, of course. And here's the thing. Your haters will always see your potential far before you can even realize it. Right? And they're secretly hoping that you never tap into that part of your greatness. Because, man, once you do, it's a wrap. Because they know that you can step into the game and you can absolutely kill it. But they know that they can't step into yours. That's because their success comes from external validation and yours doesn't. Yours is greatness within. And I know you're probably thinking, okay, well, when is my time going to come? Because I need to see my greatness outside too. Your time will, but life is teaching you a few lessons way before you get there. And, humility is one of the most important things that you got to learn before getting there. So keep pushing through, keep doing what you got to do, keep showing up because there's people hoping that you don't show up. All right? Now go ahead and be great.
Everybody wants to be authentic until they actually meet someone who is truly authentic, and then they fucking hate their guts. And that's because authenticity is not rewarded. It is actually punishable by society, because authentic people are just truly themselves. They're not trying to be like anybody else. They're not trying to be different. They're not trying to have outrageous opinions just to be different. Authentic people are just themselves. They are going to say what's on their mind. They're a little intense and quirky. They would rather confront the issues versus overthinking. And this is what society hates, because society has been indoctrinated into believing that authenticity should look, act, and behave a certain way. But authenticity does not have a sexual preference. It does not have a social status. And as someone who has been teaching people and coaching people on confidence, I can tell you right now that you cannot be a confident person if you are not an authentic person. And authentic people are just themselves. They have just refined who they already are, and they are in full acceptance of who they are. They're not worried about how they're coming off. And I think that this is one of the biggest issues I see in society, is that a lot of people are allowing so much harm to happen in real time because they're afraid of how they're going to appear in the world. And this is what makes you so disingenuous. This is what makes you a fake. This is what makes you a pretender, is that you're not truly being true to who you are. A lot of people are like worried about not confronting the issues that are happening in their relationships. They're not confronting, what's happening in the workplace. They're not, confronting what's happening in the world. They can't even begin to see what's happening in the world because they're so afraid of how they're going to be perceived. And this is the worst thing that is happening in our society. And then what's so strange is that at the same time, everyone's trying to be authentic. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's just trying to have these, takes about life and spirituality and therapy, and then you're a fucking fake. You're a pretender, you're a phony. And then when you meet someone who is actually authentic, you're afraid because they can see right through your bullshit.
People get uncomfortable when you like yourself more than they feel like you should. When you're not ashamed of what they think you should be ashamed of. You live your life according to your own taste and your own interests instead of what's trending or popular. Being around authentic energy triggers a lot of people. It makes them feel less than, because the truth is so many are pretending to be someone that they're not, that they assume you're pretending to. It triggers cognitive dissonance when they realize that you're actually about that life. I'm not this way by magic. I like myself. I'm all that I got. So I don't compare myself to others, unless they're comparing themselves to me. And even then, I'm still the winner. I don't understand how regular ass people can compare themselves to other regular ass people. We are not in high school. Life is whipping us all. So if you choose to spend your life appeasing other people, that's fine. No skin off my back. But don't act like there's something wrong with me because I do my own thing. Let that be a lesson. To you, it's just who you are. You're regular. You're humble. But to others, your energy, it might be bright and powerful. That throws people off. For people who are not used to vibrating that high, you're a problem.
When you are the most authentic version of yourself and you just show up as a real person, not everyone is going to like you. And the reason why this happens is because when you walk in your truth and you are living in your purpose, you cause people to look at themselves, and whatever they are not ready to face, they will project onto you. If they don't believe in themselves and they see that you are chasing your dreams, now you are arrogant and cocky for believing in yourself. If they look down on you and now they see you doing well, if they aren't ready to accept that they were wrong about you, now you need to be humbled and put in your place. This is why you see people dropping out of your life like flies when you choose self-belief over their belief. When you choose to be the truest version of yourself and you choose to be the best version of yourself, if people start leaving your life, that means you're doing something right. Because a real friend is not going to be upset with you for leveling up. They're going to be proud of you for getting yourself together. If anything, it'll draw them closer to you because they want to be around the best version of you. When you start becoming the person you want to be, leave those people where they are.
Nowadays, people are so used to an aesthetic that authenticity triggers them deeply. And this is why I say it takes a lot of devotion being authentically yourself. One of my favorite quotes of all time that I coined is that everybody is able, but not everybody is willing. And being authentic is one of them. Authenticity is more than just simply being yourself, expressing your ideas, and sharing your thoughts. It's standing in the fire, literally allowing yourself to be vulnerable, your past, the things that we've kept to ourselves, our stories that have led up to these chapters of success, all of it. You have to be willing to stand in it, to be comfortable in it, to be confident in it, and to understand that for as long as you understand yourself, nobody can misunderstand you. But back to my original point, social media nowadays has curated this lifestyle where everybody is so overly invested into celebrity culture. Like, everybody wants to do what a celebrity's doing. Everybody wants to wear what a celebrity's wearing. Everybody thinks that having materialistic things or having XYZ or, curating an image for social media means being authentic. No, not everybody has the devotion and the conviction to share their vulnerabilities on social media. And because a lot of people are not used to seeing authenticity, they're used to seeing an aesthetic, they don't know how to be themselves because everything that they base their personality on derives from other people, other things outside of them. So when you are yourself in your pride confidently, it triggers them. And I had to learn that it's not on me. It's not my fault. It's not a me problem. It's them. And in fact, another thing that I say is that triggers are ultimately what leads us to truth. So me being authentic in my pride is bigger than me. It's a bigger purpose than just allowing my inner child to shine and lead over my ego, or allowing myself to be seen in a world, allowing what God has created me to be expressed. It's allowing that to inspire others to do the same.
Anytime you show any type of self-expression that really shows your talents or your uniqueness or your true personality, they will have a visceral reaction to that. They will always think you're cringe. Anything that shows your true personality, they're going to make fun of it. If you laugh at somebody's joke, they're going to make fun of your laugh and mock you. If you go to the club with them, they're going to make fun of the way you dance. They're going to make fun of your music taste, and they're going to call you weird. They're going to shame you, and they're going to make sure they do it in front of other people as well because they want to embarrass you. And shame is a very powerful emotion that people use to control others. And essentially what they're doing is they're policing your behavior. When people start to feel comfortable with being themselves, they start to act a little bit more outgoing and free around people. They're starting to figure out what they like. They're going through that whole process of self-discovery. For people who are very intimidated by you, that is even more intimidating for them because there's a lot of authority in being authentic.
I don't know who this is for, but you have a lot of people that are threatened by you at this time. And this might be even throughout your life, but I'm just getting it deep right now that right now at this time, family, friends, coworkers, people are threatened by you. And it's not by, the way people would think you'd be threatened by. It is by you. It is by your authenticity, that you are true to who you are. See, you're just real and genuine. And there's something about your spirit and your presence when you go into certain rooms, that people are in. See, do you ever notice that the vibe and energy switches and changes when you walk in those rooms? It's because it's you. You pose a threat. And it's because, see, you're somebody that just speaks to your mind. You don't sugarcoat anything. You're just really real and raw. And people don't know how to handle that when it comes to you, especially because, see, these people don't know what boundaries are. These people don't understand how you just don't care about what people say and think about you. That's what I get. Like, you walk in knowing who you are. You walk in with pure confidence, okay? You're somebody like, they didn't make me, they're not going to break me. You just have confidence in yourself. You have a smile that glows, and that triggers a lot of people when it comes to you, okay? Because I'm just getting, a lot of these people have deep, dark demons inside of their soul still. And a lot of these people will try to get close to you just to get some information from you. They don't really like you, but these people are just triggered by you for so many different reasons, okay? A lot of these people, you'll find that whenever you are around specific people, you're going to feel off energies, especially as a spiritual person or chosen one. You feel energies, you have the gift of discernment, you know, okay? And you know just by looking at certain people. And you feel the rooms shift, like you feel these rooms shifts. You feel these rooms shift when you walk in. And it's like all eyes are on you. And it's not that you want that, okay? It comes to you. It radiates to you. And see, you're different and rare. It's authentic. So you don't walk like everybody else. You are different. You don't follow guidelines from other people. You don't follow other people's instructions. You are the ringleader of your own life. See, you don't have somebody that you have to chase to get validation from. You validate your own self. Okay, and you're somebody, you're like, you're gonna love me or hate me, but if you love me, I'll love you and I'll treat you really good. If you hate me, then vice versa. The tea's back your way, right? Like, I can play the game too, but you can probably play it a little better, okay? So, a lot of these people, like, the people that you are a threat to when it comes to family and friends. You feel it, you feel the spirit. And see, a lot of these people, they kind of just make it known that they're threatened by you or envious by you or whatever it may be, but there's something in you that triggers people. You're like a trigger sign for people. And see, people can't get away with disrespecting you. See, some people let others talk down on them in front of their face, and you're a loving and caring person, but you are somebody that doesn't hold back. If somebody disrespects you, you are going to give it to them back. That is boundaries. That is growth, okay? That's not toxic. That's not being a horrible person. To boundaries and to having your own back. And, a lot of fake is so healthy. It is so toxic. It is so not healthy. Being fake is the worst thing you could do. Having your own back is the best thing you can do. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to have your back. But you just have a lot of powers. You speak your mind. And see, you love who loves you. You have a good heart. But there's just something about your presence and your energy. People are just drawn to you. And people, like, you're somebody, when you go into a room, people walk to you, okay? And it's like you go into these rooms or these gatherings or even in a store or wherever it may be, okay? Even at the gym, you're just in your own space, minding your business, and people will just gravitate to you and walk, hey, how you doing? Asking you a question. They feel really comfortable with your energy, okay? And they know that you're really different and unique. You have a very unique gift. Your spirit's unique, okay? Pets are very attracted to you as well. But a lot of people are threatened because of that. It's because you have the gift of discernment. You are very, very spiritual and knowledgeable. And you are something that they can't try to ever be because they can never be that. See, they can't take that away from your soul. You were gifted and born that way. And they don't like that you are just so different. And see, you love that you're different. You don't want to be like anybody else. And you are in love with where you're at today. and you deserve it. And if these people,
if there's one kind of person manipulators hate, it is the person who knows who they truly are, because you have no problem seeing who they are and you have no problem walking away or calling out their behavior when they try to use their tactics on you. Manipulators and narcissists thrive on people who have low self-esteem, because you are constantly going to seek the validation of other people, and your discernment is thrown off simply for the fact that you want to belong and connect. When you have a strong identity and a strong sense of self, you are not going to bend to the expectations and values of anyone and everyone. You are quite comfortable standing alone because you realize the power that your individuality holds. A narcissist and a manipulator can sense that, and you have the self-awareness and the discernment to clock who they are. As a result, they are going to resent you, they are going to be angry, and they're going to do everything they can, like triangulation, to throw you off of their game. And as a result, they are going to do anything and everything in their power for you not to find out who they are, whether that's through avoiding you, whether that's through triangulation, whether that's simply through creating a facade as long as they can, and that simply doesn't work either. But just know that you are one of their biggest weaknesses, especially when you move in silence. You don't respond to any of their tactics, and 3, you do not allow them to take any hold and space and any of your energy.
I just have to say this. People don't like when you carry yourself a certain way. People don't like when you're confident. People don't like when you come in the room and you own it naturally. You don't even have to try. People will actually hate you for being you. It's so weird out here. It's like, be careful who you're around and who you surround yourself with. This is why I don't go out the house like that, because I carry myself a certain way and I have confidence and it naturally shows. I'm not trying to show it, and people just don't like that, and it's something that they have to deal with. But I really don't like going out the house like that, because literally I've noticed, and I don't know if it's because of my spiritual awakening, but I've noticed that people have gotten to a point that they became more evil, envious, and jealous of people. And I don't know what happened between the last couple of years that made me woke up and realize that I don't want to be around people